Most things in our life do not need to be perfect. They just need to be done. So if you can stop and take away your perfectionist, which means that you are just not getting things done, and delegate it out, you will find you will grow to tremendous heights. If you are tired of not feeling fit, tired of just not having a focus, tired of just not having the financial resources that you deserve, this is the place to be. I'm Jason Yarusi. This is the Live 100 podcast. Welcome to 2025. So as we take on a new year, it's good to look back and see some of the things that we've learned from the prior year and just the prior time. So I'm leading you off for 2025, giving you 24 takeaways from 2024. So let's just dive into it. Number one, 25 minutes working out a day still trumps trying to find 2 hours in any day to work out. So many times we're waiting for having the right time, the amount of time, any time to go have this long duration of workout. Maybe when you're younger, maybe when you had more time, you used to do these long workouts and it was this thing that you fell away from because life gets busy. But if you can just go in, put in the work and just do daily 25 minutes a day, you know what you're going to do? You're going to crush your life. You're going to crush your goals. You're going to get healthy and you're going to make it happen. Number two, there's competition everywhere in your life, and there's still no greater competition than two kids trying to get to the elevator to push the elevator button first. If you think you're not a competitive person, you think someone who's always standing aside and trying to hush away from competition, you're competing. You're just not realizing it. You're competing to get in front of that person in line, in traffic. You're competing to get to work, to complete this thing on time. You're competing to just even go through as much of a book as possible. You're always competing, but you have to understand if you're using competition to your advantage. You're not using competition to push other people down. You're using competition to improve yourself. So look at competition and understand you are competing, but you need to use competition to your benefit when the time is needed. Number three, you want to be a good leader. But to be a good leader, you have to first lead yourself. So many times we want to put onto others without taking in effect what actually should be done ourselves. If we are not doing what we're saying we're going to do, that's the first misstep to being a great leader. Number four, count how many hours in the prior year you spent on the couch on daily on average. Then look at how many goals you completed. Now, if one is high, the other is probably low. So this year is a new year. You spent a lot of time on the couch last year. Maybe it's more to find other time spent in other ways. Get yourself on the couch and see how that directly affects how many goals you hit. Number five, this is for your health. If you don't feel good, drink more water. And if you're feeling good, drink more water. We forget that the water is just the through line for everything healthy in our life. Drink water like your life depends on it. You can go for days, weeks, some people months without eating, but you can't go for 3 days without water. So put into effect how important water is into your life. And so maybe just replacing one coffee or one soda a day just with a glass of water and see the effect it has on you and your health. Number six, can't manifest building muscles. You can watch all the Instagram posts. You can look at all the lesson plans. You can just think in your mind how you want to look in shape. But the only thing that goes with getting in shape is actually doing the work to get in shape. Number seven, prayer and meditation are still supreme masters for handling stress. If you feel stress in your life, you feel crazy, you feel out of sorts, you feel wild in your approach, the hardest thing to do is stop and pause. But the thing you need to do is stop and pause. The more you can pause, the more you can control your thoughts, the more you can sit in prayer, the more you can sit in your thoughts and in your breath, the more compelled and composed you will be when tense times come upon you. Number eight, a pause and a breath before responding will eliminate 90% of the stupid things you may have said. We react so much. Our inherent notion is just to act out rashly without thinking through our thoughts. But so much things that have gone sideways for us have come from us acting out rashly. So if you can pause, you can think, you can reflect, you can breathe before you react, that's going to eliminate a lot of the nonsense that you don't have time to deal with in your life. Number nine, this is political here. Trump winning all of the swing states, this shows how much we want our country back. It's time for us to take stand. It's time for us to stand up and just take back what is ours, and that is a country we can all be proud of. It's time for us to just live our life, be our best selves, and see how together with others who are doing the same, we'll take this country back from mediocre, back to prominence. Number 10, Mastering delegation is a key resource that, even if you can do it better, is most important to use. I get it. You're a perfectionist. You can do it best. But if you have 10 things to do and you can only get to 2 of them at 100%, then the others are a 0. So is it better to get to those 2 at 10 and give someone else the delegation to get them done at 80 or 85 or 90%? Heck yeah. Because they need to be done and need to get done. Most things in our life do not need to be perfect. They just need to be done. So if you can stop and take away your perfectionist, which means that you are just not getting things done, and delegate it out, you will find you will grow to tremendous heights. Number 11, saying no is much cleaner than saying maybe. So many times we don't want to hurt people's feelings. We don't want to put it down. But what it does is it takes away our brain space. And it allows us now, if we just say no, to focus on the important things that we need to say yes to. So your goal with 2025 is say no. It's not for the detriment of others. It's for the benefit of others, because it's not good for them to hear maybe either, because then they never really get an answer from us. Be truthful, be honest, and move on to things that are important that carry you forward. Number 12, analyze your calendar for the prior year. Look at it, because that's the recipe for the results that you have today. If you're looking back and saying, man, why didn't I get the results last year? How can I learn this year? Look at your calendar. Look at what was built into your calendar. If there was a lot of dead space or a lot of wasted time, there was a lot of things that were not pushing you forward, well, then use your calendar like it is. It's a tool to help you reach and achieve your goals by building in habits and actions that you can do on a day-to-day basis. Number 13, if you have a choice, use the stairs. We've gotten so built into a life of comfort. You want to get better? You want to become supreme? You want to become dominant? Then stop taking the escalator. Stop taking for just one flight. I mean, you're taking the escalator up one flight of stairs, and you're sitting there and you're wasting time. You're sitting there with all these other people that are doing the same thing. They're just lost into just mindless thoughts. Take stairs. Get active. Be your best self. Live a longer life just by taking the stairs. Number 14, sprinting. This is a great addition to your workout. I mean, think about the last time you've actually done an all-out run. It's probably when you were a kid. It's probably sometime back in high school, maybe even middle school, maybe even elementary school. Get out there and just do short wind sprints, just 10 of them, just short wind sprints. It's going to build strength. It's going to give you build stamina, and it's going to cut weight. You will be shocked at how much this will build to make you stronger just by sprinting, 25 feet back and forth 10 times. Number 15, we all want our life to be exciting, but boring success allows you the mental clarity and focus to deal with the wildfires that are going to pop up in any business, in any life, in any moment. So you want to be successful, build a mundane, boring business that gets you the results so you can just have the time, have the space, and it gets you back from just living a life of recklessness and chaos that you feel out of control with. Number 16, if you're going to stop a bad habit, you have to, in your mind, understand the good habit that's going to replace it. We don't just get rid of habits and then all of a sudden everything's perfect, because we're going to replace with something. So you might replace a bad habit with another bad habit. So make sure if you had an hour that you were out there, that you were spending in accumulation on the day that you were out there smoking, well, what are you going to do with those 10-minute spurts 6 times a day? What are you going to fill your time with? So a good habit has to replace a bad habit. So think through which habit is going to replace the old habit with the new habit. Number 17. Picking a daily challenge is the best way to keep you on the toes. Every day I do my age in push-ups. That's my challenge. So think of it. It could be anything. It could be 10 minutes of brain games. It could be reading 10 pages. It could be doing 1 sprint a day. It could be doing 15 air squats. It could be doing 60 deep breaths. What will be your daily challenge that you will put yourself to the test here in 2025 to keep yourself on the toes? Because you know what it is? It keeps you mentally disciplined, because not every day you're going to want to do this challenge, but you have to step up to the plate and you have to get it done. Number 18, sleep in pitch black. You need to take back your sleep. Get the lights out, get your phones away from you, get everything away from you, so when you are done with your day, that you've just put in the work, that you've just put in the time, you just put in the destination journey, just to get where you want, you can live in peace and quiet and in pitch black to get the recovery you need to get out there the next day and go out there and crush it. Number 19, people remember people that make and keep promises. Be a person that stands up, that does what they say they're going to do. Keep your promises. Number 20, we can all be more kind. It's simple as that. If you are having a bad day, a great day, a mediocre day, be kind. If you are winning, losing, not doing anything, be kind. Everything gets better when everybody starts to be more kind. And this leads into number 21. My youngest, he's 6, he hugs everybody. And sometimes it's awkward because he'll just hug people randomly on the street. Well, this week he hugged a taxi driver who said, man, if everybody in that world could just be like this, the world would be a better place. Then he hugged a waiter. Now we're in a different country right now. I just hugged a waiter. And that waiter said, man, I was having a really horrible day. And that just made my day. Thank you. And then he hugged a lady on the plane who now is just a good friend of my wife because of just this interaction that my little guy had with them. Think about how just that little gesture is just changing lives. And think about how that can play in part to you. Number 22, your older self is going to thank you for stretching more. Do things today that you don't think you need, that you forget will be desperate needs for your future self. Stretching will be one. Working on your balance will be another. Strengthening your muscles will be another. Number 23, regardless of what business you're in customer service. Don't forget that. No matter what you're doing, in some form, you're serving some customer. That customer is in many fashions the lifeline for you and your business. You're in customer service first. Remember that. And number 24, be a good tipper and a good tither. Just tip. Don't judge, just tip. There's nowhere in the Bible that says judge and on how to tip people. Just tip. Tip your barber, tip your waiter, tithe the church. Just be a good tipper. All right, so those are 24 takeaways I have for you leaving the old and leading into the new. Think back and say, what was something that was your biggest takeaway for 2024 and how can that lead you into your life in 2025? All right, if you can do anything for us, go down there and leave us an honest rating and review. It helps us continue to get this show out to the masses. We need you to get out there and be your best self, to live 100 and to take action today. Let's do this.